Chris is getting some beers because we just went live because we're on time. So even though it's a different day where we touch each other in weird ways,
Yeah, we're day early.
we are live. We are live.
So you're not wearing your Movies That Don't Suck shirt?
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
It is motherfucking WrestleMania week.
Okay, fine. You know, it's Panic Fest week for me. That's why we're doing a week early. That's why we're doing a day early.
I've already watched 8 hours of wrestling this week. When we get done with this podcast, well, actually, you know what? I want to do that after we talk about everything.
Okay, fine. You want to go ahead and just you want me to hit the button?
I guess. Let's do it. Okay.
Ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
All right, listeners, it is a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we got 2 movies that are out there for your viewing pleasure. First, it is the new movie that came out this past week, this past Friday, I think it was, on the good old Netflix. We'll be reviewing the Concrete Cowboy.
Yeah, Concrete Cowboy.
Yeah. Starring Idris Elba.
Today there's not a man nor woman in here that shall stand alone. Not today. Today we face the monsters that are at our door and bring the fight to them. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
Didn't that inspire you?
Dude, I did. I went through like Luther. I went through like The Wire. And I went through all of the clips of good old Idris. And that was the one that, like, when I listened to it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like an Independence Day speech, you know?
It is. It's from Pacific Rim, guys. And full disclosure,
it wasn't a good movie. It wasn't a good movie.
I'm glad you and I agree on that because we were like, you didn't like Pacific Rim? I'm like, nah. But what's the other?
I like the first one. I like the first one. Which that was what that's from. I like it, but it's not like I would be like, hey, man, you got to see Pacific Rim. No, I'm not like that. Also in this movie, we got Lauren Toussaint. We got Caleb McLaughlin.
There's a reason this warning label says 18 or older. This sucker is filled with 150 grains of black powder, aka gunpowder. Strap 2 of these together, and it's bigger than an M80. 5 of them? We've got ourselves a stick of dynamite.
And that's actually from that's Caleb McLaughlin. He's one of the kids in Stranger Things. He's like,
yes, he is. Yes. And the other person who's in this movie this week, the first movie that we're reviewing, I just thought it was funny because last week RZA was in the movie reviewed.
Yeah.
And now we got another member of the Wu-Tang Clan, Method Man.
Mark a boot of my ass. Look at you now. Dead. Ashes. Damn, Ivory. After all these years of blazing, who would have thought the last thing to wind up smoking would be your ass? I'm gonna miss you, dog. And I'm gonna be thinking about you while I'm taking them THCs. And if you really my boy, you'll make sure I pass that motherfucker, you heard?
Yeah, that's from How High, right?
How High, yeah. That was one of.
It's been years since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, me too. Like I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that since I think I used to sell dope. So, you know, like, so, that tells you, like, how long that was.
So what's the second movie we're doing this week?
The second movie we are doing this way is Minari, which has already won several awards, including Best Supporting Actress. Now, the problem with getting sound bits for these people, guys, was 99% of their movies were not in English. Yeah. So therefore, playing a clip from it, unless you speak Korean or whatever Asian language that they were speaking in the movie that I was trying to get clips from, didn't make any sense. I mean, subtitles told me a lot, especially when they're putting emotions in it and they're like, saying something. And I was like, yes, I support you in that. But
Okay,
the few I could get, of course, I got Steven Yin.
How do I feel? I feel like taking my clothes off. I feel like causing extraordinary amounts of property damage. I feel like I want to scream, want to fuck. I feel like twisting limbs and breaking bones. I feel great, Mark.
That's a great pick from Mayhem. 2017.
Yeah, those from Mayhem. And then right now he's in like the #1 animated series too.
What series is that?
Invincible on Amazon Prime. He plays the main character. He voices the main character. Oh my gosh. It is an R-rated superhero movie, superhero TV show. And I don't want to give any of that away.
Okay.
It's about a kid who finds out he has superpowers. How about that?
Okay.
That's
also stars Yeri Han as Monica, Noel Cho as Anne. Also, it's got Will Patton is the only person we really did the clip for.
Yeah, but Will Patton, I loved him and everything from Armageddon to like the Punisher, the one with Thomas Jane.
Mm-hmm. But we got.
Why did you kill me, Howard? Here we go.
Here's another clip.
Don't be an idiot. Do you realize the magnitude of the scandal? The Secretary of Defense and a Soviet agent sharing the favors of a murdered whore? David might even be a suspect in the killing.
Yeah, so what's that from, pal?
That's from No Way Out with him and Kevin Costner. Like that was an award, nominated film in 1987. He also did like The Postman, Mothman, Prophecy. I mean, he's been in a lot of big name things. He was even in the Swamp Thing R-rated TV series that was on DC Online for a season, but then they dropped it because they're like, we don't have enough money to do shows, and then they sold DC Online. So I mean,
so here we are with these two movies this week. So we actually recording a day early today.
Yes.
And why we're recording a day early? I can tell you why we're recording a day early.
I can tell you why, because Chris really wants me not to watch the NXT pay-per-view tonight live. That's why, which starts in, 22 minutes. Not going to say I'm counting it down or anything. But
okay, what if we were doing it tomorrow, what would you be missing?
The second night of NXT's pay-per-view.
Okay, so
but tonight is NXT's pay-per-view and also AEW's Wednesday night show. But then tomorrow is the second night of NXT's pay-per-view because they're doing it a very small audience where like 25 people, 25%, can go see it live. So they did it in 2 nights, just like they did WrestleMania. And then Friday night is Friday Night SmackDown. Saturday night is WrestleMania Night 1. And Sunday night is WrSLMania Night 2. And then Monday is Monday Night Raw all over again.
Damn,
so it has been nonstop wrestling all week.
So you're in a way watching a wrestling fest this whole week, right?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! And you will be watching
the horror films. Going to Panic Fest. Panic Fest happens every year in Kansas City at Screenland. They are doing a bit different this year. They're doing in-person screenings and hybrid screenings, so virtually. So the capacity of the theater is 40%, and they're to make sure that everyone stays social distance. And if you miss a movie, like I missed a bunch last year because I was seeing something else, I can go home and watch movies I did miss. So
and that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be there Thursday. I'm gonna be there for one movie on Friday, and I'll be there all day Saturday, all day Sunday to watch movies I want to see. I'm super excited. I don't know if I'll talk about it on the podcast. I'll give my review of Panic Fest week 1, week 2. But I gotta say, man, I had such a blast last year. It's even a tenth as fun as it was this year as it was last. I'm gonna have a great time. Yeah. So,
and it's like you started going to these when I moved away because you're like, I don't want Neil sitting next to me.
No, dude, I would love for you to go to Panic Fest with me.
It's okay. I understand.
Maybe
I still
next
love
year.
you.
Maybe next year you can spend a weekend. Just go to one weekend at Panic Fest with me, and we'll have fun.
Yeah, dude. Of course, we'll think about it next year.
Yeah,
No, we can't next year.
Why not next year?
Because next year I will actually be at WrestleMania.
Oh well, it might not be
because
the
it's
same time next year.
yeah, it might not be the same week, but
Yeah.
I already know when WrestleMania is next week, so, next year, so we'll talk about that.
You mean
So yeah, that wrestling. I've watched
real quick,
wrestling.
we get this stuff out real quick.
Yeah.
You visit online at moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're also on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We are on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. We are also on Bonfire. Search our name. We got all kinds of shirts. Not only Movies Don't Suck shirts, but stuff Neil's been putting out there, including wrestling shirts, 8 versus Wizard shirts. You know,
Yeah. Restore the Snyderverse. I got Hookers and Blow shirts. I have what else do I make? I don't know. I support your local brewery.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's also Movies That Don't Suck gear there if you want that.
Yeah.
Also,
I try my best, but I mean, man, have you ever tried designing shirts?
No.
Man, it's actually like sometimes it takes me all day long to come or like to do it. I'll come up with the idea all week, and then it takes me like a whole day to like actually make the vision happen.
We're on YouTube. Subscribe if you're there. We wouldn't complain about that. Also, if you're on Facebook and you're watching us through Facebook, go ahead and like our page. That would help a lot. And if you're listening on YouTube, subscribe, do all that shit. Who's our sponsor this week?
Today's sponsor is Stone Age Meds. Stone Age Meds is Tulsa's first dispensary, and it is back. New name, but the OG crew. Stone Age Meds is Tulsa's finest clones and cannabis, a drive-through dispensary, and they take debit cards, which is very rare for any weed-affiliated place. You can find them by going to their location at 6305 East 11th Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Route 66 if you live here. Also, you can find them online at www.stoneagemeds.com or on Facebook at Stone Age Meds.
We said weed affiliated. I'm like weed affiliated. They sell bud. They're not affiliated. That's what they do.
They do their shit, man. They do it right. They're really nice. I went in there the other day and they hooked me up with some really good indica weed because for some reason, I have like a shit ton of sativa weed that keeps you up and hyper. And if anybody knows me, I don't need more shit to keep me fucking hyper.
Yeah, you need to calm the fuck down, dude.
And so they hooked me up with some good stuff and some good edibles. So they're really, really, really nice. Also, this week, I planted a butterfly garden.
Yeah, I saw pictures of that. Nice.
Yeah,
so,
I did that this past weekend, me and my wife.
I was thinking about that, and then I thought I saw that in the Minari. I'm like, that's kind of what Neil was doing.
All right, that's what I was thinking too. And then the other thing was we got a new car.
Oh, tell me about your new car. I didn't see anything with this.
No. I didn't really post online or anything.
We just got a 2000
car. Yeah. I got a 2007 Hyundai Santa Fe with only 80,000 miles on it.
Oh, nice. How much?
Yeah. It looks brand spanking new, man. Seriously, yeah. The only thing it's missing is a backup camera, which I have one. I got it for my birthday. Yeah, we're gonna put it in there.
I actually have one too. No.
Do you really?
One. Right. Installed my car.
I need a backup computer on backup camera on my ass, dude. Because I run into so many things when I back up.
So okay, well, yeah, man. Backup camera. Mine's not like exactly. It's not. It's good enough. You know what I mean? So, what you drinking there, pal? Oh, that's cute. Poltergeist.
Right?
Poltergeist.
It's the same company that made oh gosh, what was the other one? I had another one that had the Ace Ventura on it. It's good beer. It's a really good beer. I got it here. It's from Oklahoma City.
I got one from Tulsa.
Really good. What you got?
It's a Raspberry Pride.
Oh, you got Neff.
Yeah, I got Neff. They're Tulsa. Yeah,
that's my favorite brewery. That's the one we go to. That's all gluten-free beer. Every single one of them.
It's also friendly. So
yeah, and it's also very tasty. Me and my wife go to Neff all the time. They're located right downtown Tulsa, and they have some great gluten-free food that that like they don't even tell you it's gluten-free. You gotta like ask.
Yeah, it's sour stuff, man. I like sour. So
yeah, they got some great sour. They got some new stuff. Yes, we know today is not Thursday, people. Chris has a movie festival. I have a wrestling festival. It's just the way things work out sometimes.
So, did you get your second shot yet? You got your second dose, right?
No, that's Friday. That's Friday.
It's Friday. Okay, I get my second dose next Tuesday. So
nice. And
that's
so
a day off after.
we'll be all vaccinated. And
Yeah.
oh,
so
I saw something the other day.
I read this.
I
I want to mention
go
this.
ahead, go ahead.
So if you got the Pfizer, you got the Pfizer, right?
Right.
So if you get the Pfizer vaccine, the first dose, it makes you 80%, right? So right now we're 80% good. Once we get our second shot, about 2 weeks after that, we'll be like 99, 95, whatever. And but right now we are pretty safe, and I'm going to be wearing a mask all weekend anyway. But I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for this week. I'm excited for things to start. I feel like movies are going to come back sooner, so I'm very excited. So, yeah, man, we're here. We'll see this.
So I'm going to be vaxxed. I'm going to be vaxxed and waxed and ready to party down in Galveston, Texas at the end of the month. I'm down.
If you're waxed, I want to see that. I want to see that waxed.
Dude, my mother's literally just making comments. You think I'm going to pull up my wax and show you online?
No, I'm saying just send me pictures.
No, that's on my OnlyFans page. So if you want to go to
I don't want to,
Neil Blackwood
OnlyFans to see one of my best friends
I will
wax
show you my
butthole.
wax. I need money for WrestleMania next year in Dallas. All right.
Do you know anyone has OnlyFans?
I don't know if I know anybody has an OnlyFans.
Do you know? No, I got a better idea. Do you know anyone who actually pays for OnlyFans? Who actually does that? Like who's paying? For
I don't think anybody tells me when they pay for porn.
Yeah. So all right, fine.
Yeah, it's like yeah. I mean, do you tell people when you rent porns?
I don't rent porns.
You used to rent porns. Come on.
Okay, I'm not.
Did you used to go?
Dude,
did you ever go to the?
I'm not over 40, so I don't remember a time when porn wasn't just available for me on the internet.
That's true. You never went to a Wank It booth?
No, I never went to a Wank It booth, but I have been to like porn stores, superstores. You know, like if I'm on a road trip, I'm like, you know, you pass up like a sign that says Jesus saves, and right after that, you see adult superstore next to it.
Mega store.
Yeah. So you're like, I'm curious, and I'm 23. I'm exiting.
I'm exiting right now. What's going on in the world? All right, so I guess it's time.
You want to start with Concrete Cowboy? Or do you want to do Minari first? Which one do you want to talk about?
We should do Concrete Cowboy first.
Okay, that's fair because that's the one that's not. I mean, it's getting talked about that much, right?
They're all new, man. They're all good, but I figure that's just the way we should go.
Okay, Concrete Cowboy. Why don't you? It's got Idris Elba. I'll just play a little short clips of Idris Elba.
Today, there's not a man nor woman in here that shall stand alone.
See, that's Idris Elba. We got Lane Toussaint, Caleb McLaughlin.
There is a reason this warning label says 18 or older.
Okay, that's good too.
Method Man.
Marco Buddha, my ass. Look at you now. Dead. Ashes.
Okay, that's good too. But we also got Lorraine Toussaint as playing Nessie. Jarrell Jerome as Smush. Poor Smush. We got Ivana Mercedes as Esha. Byron Bowers as Rome. Therese Land as Cowgirl. And why don't you go ahead and read the storyline?
The storyline? You know what the storyline?
Yeah.
You like the storyline?
I do like the storyline. Yeah. Let's do it.
You know, that's just me, distracting you while I look for the
While
storyline.
you find it. Yeah, while you don't scroll down.
In this drama inspired by the real-life Fletcher Street stables, 15-year-old Cole is taken to live with his estranged father Harp in North Philadelphia. There, he discovers the city's vibrant urban cowboy subculture, which has existed for more than 100 years, providing a safe haven for the neighboring despite the surrounding poverty, violence, and encroachment of gentrification.
Yeah. So, did you look up the Fletcher Street stables after you saw this movie?
Oh man, I looked up everything. I even looked up the fact that the reason we don't know 90% of these actors in this movie is because they're not actors.
Yeah. I know the guy that played Paris was actually part of the whole thing. I think Asha was too, right? Yeah, there's a lot of people in here that were part of this thing. So it was super authentic. right? Like the actors in it knew what was going on, and
they even said that they filmed it like a documentary.
Yeah, I get that. It's filmed, by the way, it's filmed beautifully. This is one of the
this is a
highlights of this
very
film.
beautiful film.
Yeah, it's beautifully filmed. The guy who directed it and wrote it, he's not done anything else of note. He's just short. He's done shorts. But so this is his first full length, and he got Idris Elba. So if your first movie has Idris Elba in it, good on you. That's a good
But
thing.
let's be honest here, okay? I'm just going to throw this out there, and they kind of did the bait and switch on that.
What do you mean?
Where they're like, Idris Elba is like the main. If you look everywhere, that is the guy they promote in the trailer and all that stuff. And he is not a lot in this movie. He's in it, and he is a main part of it. He is a main part of it, but he is not the main character. Cole is by far the main character. Yeah.
Cole Train's the main character, and I gotta say, man, that is kind of bad. Like this movie could have used more Idris Elba because Idris Elba, no matter if he's in a bad movie, he's great in any movie he's in.
Yeah, look at Pacific Rim.
Yeah, look at Dark Tower. He's written that.
Yeah,
but it's not
Dark
a great
Tower,
movie.
fucking great. That is a great one right there. Great.
Great example. Yeah.
Example.
But
yeah,
Ricky Staub did a good job. Like when it comes to pulling out emotion and getting the best out of the actors, even the ones that weren't actors because they looked authentic. But here is my problem with it. Now, I want to say first of all, I do like this movie. It's a good movie. But I do feel like
both of these movies are based off of real shit that happened. Both of them are.
Yeah, real shit. And I feel like the beats in this movie are kind of everywhere. Fucked up kid befriends an animal and he sort of changes. Like I've seen this movie, and not that this.
And this is the way I'm going to say it. All right, this is my opinion of it, and you might agree with it, you might hate it, but you ready for this? This is Boys in the Hood with horses.
I get that, dude. I get that.
And it's not that I'm putting this movie down because it's Boys in the Hood with horses. I'm not. I am just saying that that's what the story was. It was about a kid who's, getting in too much trouble. So they send him away with the estranged dad in a ghetto area that he doesn't quite understand. And he's trying to figure it out to be a better man. And, like Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood.
Yeah,
like,
that's sort of
that kind of stuff. But at the same time, showing a great reflection of a culture I didn't know existed in the United States of America.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that's the most interesting part about the movie is the cowboy subculture in Philadelphia, the white cowboy subculture. I really enjoyed, learning about that. And the story was pretty good, but it's like I said, you and I, we've seen this movie before. Like when it comes to the main beats, child befriends an animal or figures his dad and he's getting drugs or he gets out or they take pity on him or they give him a second chance.
They pity the fool. They pity the fool. But when they pity the fool.
But it's beautiful.
Yes.
It's a beautiful movie and it's heartwarming and inspiring. But the problem is that, and I hate using this term, I remove this rated R because there's fuck all throughout the movie, fucks flying around. But it seems a little too neat. And that's all my only issue with it,
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the best way to say this? There's parts of the movie where they're trying to be like, oh, this is a poor part of town, but the way they filmed it, and I'm not saying that it wasn't shot beautifully, but there's certain scenes like, say the boy goes into his father's house for the first time, which by the storyline, that's going to happen. Yeah. They only shoot like one little part, and he's like, "Man, this place looks like shit."
Does it though?
Does it? Because all I've seen is a couch. I don't know if this place really looks like shit. Like it's not that I'm saying, and maybe it's just because he's a first time writer director, and it
Ricky
happens.
Staub. Yeah, Ricky Staub. Ricky Staub is the writer director.
And so, it might be better when he gets, to know more or maybe he some images he just didn't understand what to go after there. But for as long as this movie was, which was about 2 hours,
About 2 hours, yeah.
it just seemed like nothing happened for a lot of it.
But
Like it had the story going, but it was going like this.
Well, yeah, but I was
And
never
then all of a sudden it went
engaged.
this.
Yeah.
It went.
Okay, yeah, you were right about pacing.
Like,
it is uneven pacing.
Slow, then all of a sudden, bam! There's
It
the
was-
rest of your fucking movie, man.
It was uneven, for sure, in
Yeah.
pacing. And it's not necessarily a good thing when it's uneven. You want something that's going to keep you captivated the whole time. I was captivated because I really loved the cinematography of this movie. And Caleb McLaughlin, and it was great in this. I mean, he plays
He played the son really bad. Because he really played a criminal. So did Gerald Jerome, who played Smush.
Gerald Jerome, yeah. Smush was great.
Mess up names so well. But Caleb
and Method Man playing
off of each
cop.
other.
Method Man playing a fucking cop.
Oh yeah, Method Man, Wu-Tang playing a fucking cop.
Like Ice Cube plays a
hilarious.
cop and
like Ice-T and Ice-T and Law and Order.
Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube in 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, 25 Jump Street, 28 Jump Street, whatever.
How much do you think how much do you think cops hate that they have these people who basically have stated publicly they do not like policemen playing them on television movies?
What? You mean you don't think cops like the fact that Ice Cube, who wrote the song "Fuck the Police," plays a police officer?
Or Ice-T, who wrote Cop Killer?
Yeah, Ice-T, who wrote Cop Killer. Yeah, I don't know how that goes in the police world. That is funny. I didn't even think about that until now. You just mentioned that. That is a quite of a view.
Yeah. Because either they're playing these people on TV, which because Ice Cube is great, Ice-T is great, and so is Method Man, great actors, and so it's kind of funny to see them playing policemen, and it makes you wonder: is it gonna make kids who are watching these movies or people watching these movies look softer on cops? So then I think every person in this movie who is a cop, they play like a detective, and I don't think people really hate detectives more. They hate just like street beat cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's my thing too. Like I straight up agree with that. Like it's so weird. It's just so weird, man. I mean, I remember when I couldn't buy NWA's cassette, cassette or Body Counts cassette, Body Counts with Cop Killer on it.
Yeah.
And then I finally got it. I remember I got like a bootleg copy. Somebody was burning them off his copy and selling them for double what they were worth because
you couldn't find them.
You couldn't get them. You couldn't get them.
Yeah.
Napster didn't exist yet. It was just like, I know when Napster first existed, that was one of the first 5 songs I downloaded.
When NWA songs?
Yeah, no, it was Cop Killer. Because you couldn't get it anywhere. And so the first 4 I downloaded was Metallica songs because I just wanted to be an asshole.
You're like, take this, Lars. Take this, Lars. Yeah.
You Lars, download. But no, and then the next I remember Cop Killer was on the first. I have it still, the first CD I burned from Napster somewhere in the house. But
all right, but this movie is it's pretty good. It's heartwarming. It's at the same. It's a little uneven pacing. It's a little paint by the numbers, But it's not groundbreaking. Not that it's meant to be, but it's a good little movie. I liked it. Just fine.
Yeah, and it touches you in your no-nos.
Yeah, it felt a little boner there. But
all right, I got some quotes real quick, bro, and then we'll give our
okay.
Yeah, here we go. I thought this line just was really fucked up when the school said, "I don't think we have the tools to help your son." What the fuck's the school for, dude?
Yeah.
You are drowning out here, and you are just going to drown.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't kill anything with the word praying in it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a horse in your house? If you want a street life, you have no life here. Nobody told me I was doing this. Nobody told me I was going to have a lazy ass boy here all day either. That John Wayne movie bullshit. 50% of all cowboys were black, brown, or bronze.
Yeah.
Horse wasn't meant to be dominated. It's supposed to be free and to be loved. And I know that fact because of having to deal with horses at the Renaissance and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
If you act like you're trying to dominate and you're a bully, not gonna work.
Yeah.
Not gonna work. You gotta treat horses with respect. Oh man, yeah, he's a DJ. He makes trap music from the 1940s. A lion feeding on rhinos has no time to be chasing rabbits. I just made that shit up. You a man now? The streets made you a man overnight? No, you're still just a little boy. Greatest man I've ever known did it without a father. And that was about John Coltrane.
Yep.
Yeah, when he's talking, yeah. I don't know who they expect us to be when we are looking over our shoulder every fucking minute. And we gonna do what we always do. We gonna ride.
So I was watching that with my brother, and I actually said that line before he said it. Like I said, "We gonna ride." I said it before. I was like, "That's what I was thinking." Like you know where this movie's going, sort of. So it's not.
Yeah, you kind of do, but at the same time,
you're not mad at
fun.
it. It's a nice. It's a good movie. I would recommend it. But what's your score?
It did touch me in my willies.
What's your score?
I give it a 3.9. I think there are parts it could have been better. It could have been more heartfelt. Not heartfelt, but I don't know. Maybe reflected the culture a little bit better. I mean, it was trying, but I think they're giving too much to the story of the father and the son.
I think I could use more cowboy.
It could have been more document against the city going against the Cowboys of Philadelphia. Because I feel like that should have been the heart of the story and not the father-son.
But yeah, but there wouldn't be a movie without it. But I give this.
No, there are plenty of movies where it's the people versus the city.
Okay, yeah, you would enjoy that more. So this is to me, it's a 3.7.
Well, no, I didn't say I wouldn't have enjoyed it more. I'm just saying they had that subtext in there, and I think they should have built on it more.
So I give this 3.7. Like you said, uneven pacing in this. And you know, the way they market it with Idris Elba being like the main character, which he's in it for maybe 40% of it, maybe. I would like more Idris. Not saying that I didn't enjoy Caleb's parts, but yeah, and it's a good movie, but like I said, it's a little paint by numbers. We know it's gonna happen, and it's a little too sweet. You know what I mean? Even for Ray Army, it's a little too sweet. So yeah, I'm with you. It could have used a bit more about the actual.
Did you say too sweet?
Yeah, too sweet.
Too sweet.
Okay, gotcha.
Like the NWO who was put into the Hall of Fame last night. Yeah, too sweet. Anyway,
Fletcher Street Stables. I would have liked to learn more about that, and I'm definitely gonna do more research. But I do think this movie. I hope it gets a lot of play so people can donate to that stable so they can stay.
Yeah,
open.
man. I hope they have a GoFundMe or whatever, man.
Yeah, I hope
they should open that up and let people come in and just vote the shit out of that or give them some money because I'm guessing now after watching this, everybody wants to see Cowboys in the city.
Yeah, who doesn't, man?
And I mean, I remember the first time I ever saw Cowboys in the city.
Oh, where was that? What city was that?
That was Kiefer Sutherland and Woody Harrelson, The Cowboy Way. Yeah. Remember that?
No, dude, I don't. But you know,
you never seen that movie?
Nah.
Their friend gets kidnapped or something like that, and they go to the city to go find them. They're cowboys, they're rodeo cowboys. Kiefer Sutherland and Woody Harrelson, and it is funnier than shit, dude. It is seriously a really funny movie. I don't know why I got downplayed. Maybe if I watch it, maybe there's some references in it that are a little bad or something. I don't know.
But we're talking about Concrete Cowboy, and we're about to go Rotten Tomatoes, and Nielsen, I guess the audience score and the critic score.
Audience score is going to be 63%.
76%.
It's off by only like 9.
It's not too. Yeah. And okay, so what's the tomato meter for the critics on this?
The critics on this are going to give it a 54%.
77%.
Really?
So
They
it's
went a
fresh.
lot higher than I thought they
Yeah.
would. What's
So
this?
here's what the consensus is: well acted and solidly directed, Concrete Cowboy lasts as old-fashioned uplift with its story of a father and son in a little seen corner of American culture. Like you said, we want to see more of that little scene. We want that scene, that subculture illuminated a bit more because we saw like 7 people in it. Like, we didn't
Yeah,
see
right?
like, yeah. But I did appreciate that they did use actors that were in this movie from the actual part of it. Like they were actual members of that subculture. Because at the end, you get to see them talk. You know, you get to see them and discuss what they do at the end, which I really appreciated. Without that, I don't think the movie would have been a bit lower for me. I think looking at score. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things um, that I really wish it would have, just a little bit better. But it is what it is. I think I mean, first time writer director.
yeah,
What do you mean? What are you gonna get?
yeah.
You never know.
But I mean, Ricky Staub's a good guy, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of what he does. Maybe he can get a bit more even next time. But yeah, man, that's Concrete Cowboy. You ready to
All
get
right,
moving?
let's get to the news, motherfucker. This is The Movies Don't Suck and Some of the Do News. I'm going to read stuff. Chris is going to react to it, maybe play with his nipples. It'll be all good.
I got a spoiler. I'm not playing with my nipples. So
Oh, damn it, Chris.
I know you really wanted to see that, but it's not gonna happen on air. Wait till you get here.
Your
Wait till you get here.
favorite candy in the entire world is getting an animated movie.
Okay, so you know I like fruit candy almost exclusively, right?
Yeah, I know.
What kind of candy is this?
It's the candy that nobody likes. Peeps are getting an animated movie.
I can understand them getting a app or a game, but I don't know if I'm gonna even give a fuck about a Peeps movie. Now, that's not to say I didn't have some Peeps this weekend, because I did. but but I'm not. Yeah, okay, cool, right? Whatever. Is there anyone attached to it that would make it at least a bit interesting for me?
Producers of the name of that movie with Jodie Foster in it that we just watched.
Oh, fuck the Mauritanian.
The Mauritanian producers, Kristen and Mark Holder of Wonder Street. The Peeps movie is going to be written by David Goldblum and will also serve as producer alongside Wonder Street. Described as an animated movie in the spirit of Trolls meets Smurfs, the Peeps movie will follow a ragtag group of Peep characters who set out on a cross-country journey in order to attend Peeps Fest, an annual brand celebration in Pennsylvania.
Well, I don't care. I mean, I won't be seeing this movie. To me, it's gonna be like because to me, it's like the
this
Smurfs
was like the
movies,
big news thing on like every night show last
or
night.
Chipmunks, or fucking or this, I don't, or the Trolls. I don't
Reese's
care.
Pieces
at
make
all.
a movie? Can there be a movie about Reese's?
Well, there's already a movie about Reese's
What about
Pieces.
Swedish Fish?
Dude, it's all, yeah, I know, but Reese's Pieces are having it's called E.T. Do you know that's how that what brought Reese's Pieces into public consciousness was E.T.? Did you know that?
What?
Reese's Pieces was brought to the public consciousness by E.T., the extraterrestrial.
E.T. phone home?
Yeah. If you guys can't see this,
Anyway.
but we're pushing. Yeah.
We're
For you
trying
guys
to
who are
touch
listening,
each other
we're-
to the camera. It's
Yeah.
creepy and weird. The Tomorrow War, featuring Chris Pratt, will no longer be going to the movie theater. It will be going to Amazon Prime. It'll be skipping its summer release. The Tomorrow War gets a July 2020 release date and Amazon streaming debut before Chris returns to the Marvel Universe in the next year's Thor: Love and Thunder, which I think they're done wrapping, I think, this time. Tomorrow War is mankind is losing a future war with deadly aliens, and their only hope is to bring new recruits from present to fight. Determined to save the world for his daughter, Dan must team up with a brilliant scientist played by, I always mess up her name, Yavin Stravoski. She was known for being in My Name, Chuck. If you remember
Okay.
Chuck, she was the good girl. She was the girl in that. And his estranged father, played by none only, but the guy with the best mustache in the business, J.K. Simmons.
Okay, well he's got a major mustache on him.
Well,
Yeah,
he also does the voice of the father in the new Invincible cartoon series. J.K. Simmons does.
Oh yeah, he does.
So
Okay,
J.K. Simmons is he's on fire right now.
So yeah, I'm supporting this. Chris Pratt, he's been shit on recently for being a Christian, really, which is kind of fucked up.
It is what it is. I mean, people can shit on him all he wants, but the guy's never gave me a bad movie. And who am I?
Disagree.
Name one bad movie he's ever been.
Passengers.
Yeah, it was a great movie. All right, whatever. I can't help that you don't like Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
I like them both, man, but that movie.
No, you don't. Obviously, you don't. If you didn't like that movie.
What the fuck are you doing, dude? He was over here dismissing my just opinion. It's just like
you don't have no opinions.
Hey, if you're gonna say that's wrong, I'm gonna say you're wrong for not liking Dark Knight. I actually watched scenes from that today. I know you see me in like.
Oh, did you see how they butchered Batman and Joker and Two-Face all in the same movie?
No, listen.
Did you see that? How they go, hey, what makes everything a character? Let's destroy that and make our own version.
You like Alan Moore, right?
Yes.
That's Alan Moore's Joker. That's who that is.
No, it isn't. That is nowhere near Alan Moore's Joker. That's a whole different fight. I could do a 2-hour fight on that one, bro. Anyway.
Anyway, Neil doesn't like it. I like it, but that's why we do the podcast.
Let's move on. Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon adds 4 more actors. So far, we got Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, also Jesse Plemons, Lily Gladstone. Yeah. Lily Gladstone, Tantu Cardinal, Cara Jade Myers, and Jenny Collins and Jillian Dion are all going to be
people. You're missing 2 people as well.
Why?
Sturgill Simpson and Jason Isbell will also be in this movie. Those are 2.
Yeah, they didn't put them in the fucking list. I didn't fucking put it. Goddamn.
But those are 2 musicians. Sturgill Simpson's
the other 2 new cast members, all the way at the end, the last sentence.
Sturgill Simpson and Jason Isbell. Now, Jason is a musician I really like. I really like Jason Isbell. He's like all country type guy. Sturgill Simpson's straight up country. Not a big fan of Sturgill Simpson, but it's cool they're gonna be in this movie. It's gonna be on what, Hulu or Amazon Prime? What's this one coming out on? Yeah. Oh, Apple Plus, right? Apple Plus, right? Yeah. So, Apple Plus is really trying to put some good movies out there. They've done a good job recently. They have Ted Lasso, which was great, and Cherry was on there. I don't know what Apple Plus is taking so long to actually get movies that people want to see, but they're gonna do it, and I'm almost to my limit on how many streaming services I can pay for, but I'm glad I pay for it. So.
Yeah, we share them. We have like a bunch of people we share them with. All right. So you're a Lord of the Rings fan, right?
Sure.
Lord of the Rings Russian language TV adaptation from 1991 that was lost had finally resurfaced, and they have put it on YouTube.
I have to see this. Have you looked at it yet?
Yeah, of course I did.
What did it look like?
I gave it a good 10 mintes.
Okay, so the thing is, if it's Russian language and it's live action from 1991, how shitty does it look?
It is like the Fantastic Four from 1991. It is
claymation, and
I couldn't even tell who was who. I think I figured out who Gandalf and Frodo was. Okay. But again, it's not dubbed. It's just in Russian, and I don't speak a lick of Russian.
I hear Russian's the hardest language to learn.
Yeah, I know. My wife tried it. My wife tried to go,
and she's like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, she's like, "No." Sylvester Stallone he's got 2 things out this week. One, he has mentioned that he is not returning to the Creed series. He is done with the Rocky Balboa character.
And okay, that's
sad. That's sad.
The thing is that Rocky was his character. He wrote He wrote Rocky,
and he sacrificed everything for that character.
And it was his first big role. It was his first thing, and I guess it's his last thing. But I mean, Sly, whatever. I mean, he can do what he wants, but he's also what, like close to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to calm down a bit
up there, bro. And here's the number 2 thing: Stallone has finished the Rocky IV director's cut.
So,
for the 35th anniversary, he is releasing a director's cut because there's a lot more footage. It'll come out in November.
Yeah.
And so it is, it's not about making a movie, it's about remaking. Stone says, unfortunately, you run out of time, you run out of money. They basically throw you out of a room, so therefore you don't get a chance. But on this one, I finally got a chance, so I'm finally feeling great about
this.
This
is a good question. I've been seeing director's cuts coming out, someone on Netflix, forget what it was, but do you think that after the Snyder cut, a lot of these people that made these movies are going back and saying, I could have made this better?
I hope. I mean, let's be honest. There are some movies that they need those director cuts. They need, them to go back in there and spend a little time, and I am all for it. If you're going to go back in there and allow them to, do it, let them do it, man. I want to see it. I know other people want to see it. You want to see it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to see fucking goddamn, a better version of Rocky IV? Rocky IV, if you put Rocky 1 to the side, Rocky IV is the best Rocky movie.
Okay.
By far. It's because he goes actually through harsh. It's about a guy who made it to the top and he has to go all the way to the bottom to start over again. And it's, a lot of oh, wait a minute. I think I'm thinking Rocky V. Never mind. I fucked that all up. Let's not talk about it anymore. Anyway, Spider-Verse 2 is bringing back the 90s animated Spider-Man. Christopher Daniel Barnes, who did the voice of Spider-Man in the original Spider-Man animated series. Remember the 90s? Spider-Man, that one, that theme song. Sure. So Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 is going to be bringing him back for that. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one that really tweaked my twigger, that really made me happy in
Tweak
all
your
kinds
twigger,
of ways.
huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I said a word.
You're trying to make alliteration there. I get it.
Yep. John Woo, right?
John Woo. He he directed Saw 1, and he's also working with a bunch of horror films like The Conjuring and stuff like that, right?
And he also did like Mission Impossible 2, Face Off.
Yeah, sure.
It's a bunch of stuff like that. He has got the rights to Stan Lee's unreleased comic book, Monkey Master, and is making a live action movie.
So is this a Marvel thing, Monkey Master?
No. This is a comic book that Stan Lee created that was unreleased. He got it, and now he bought the rights to it, and he is making it a live action movie. Stan Lee has been creating characters even all the way up to his death almost. He was making them in different universes besides Marvel, because Marvel was like, yeah, we got all your stuff. It's good.
So is Monkey Master, is it a monkey?
That's what the picture looks like.
Okay. So it's like Dungeon.
He looks like he looks like a monkey mixed with Thor.
So it's not Dunstan Checks In 2. It's just me and Monkey Master.
No. He looks more like Thor, but as a monkey.
Do you remember Dunstan Checks In? Do you remember that movie?
Yeah. I remember shitty movies. Yes.
Okay. Moving on.
All right. Reboot of the 90s comedy movie House Party in development.
Is Kid and Play going to be still in it?
I don't know. It doesn't say anything. It just says in development with LeBron James and Maverick Carter producing. And it doesn't say if they're coming back or anything like that. But
I don't remember liking House Party that much as a child.
I loved House Party. Oh man, that's where I learned the Kid and Play dance.
There's like 4 of them, right? How many House Parties were there? I guess at the internet.
3. There's 3.
Okay.
3. All right. And we got 2 more. You ready?
Get ready.
The director of Godzilla and King Kong has been given the go ahead. Adam Wingard is his name, to make the Thundercat movie. That is what I told you last week. Yeah, that's what I told you last week. He knows who he wants to play the main character, Lionel. Who do you think he wants to lead the Thundercats?
I don't know. Tell me.
Ryan fucking Reynolds. Woo!
I feel like this would be happy. I think he'd be into that. I mean, I'll let Ryan speak for it, but I think he'd be into that. By the way, I want to mention there are 5 house parties.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
So there's one
like 3.
house party 4, and then there's a directed DVD house party called Tonight's the Night in 2000.
I've never heard of that.
But yeah, 2013. But now I guess it's a house directed DVD. Why the fuck would you watch it, right? But House Party 4 and 3 they did not start Kid and Play, so why even watch them? You know?
I don't know. There's no reason then. All right, finally. One of the 1990s biggest comedy classics of all times that gave us words and lines like MILF.
American Pie is coming?
American Pie 5 has a script and is happening. Tara Reid in an interview says, I can't tell you when because I don't really know when. Because we have to get all the actors on the same time to get our schedules together. The script is out, though. I'll put it that way, and we are working on it.
Does Tara Reid really know?
Yeah, because they all still hang out together.
Okay, well, I mean,
they grew up together.
For a while, there was problems with Tara Reid. I don't know why.
No, really? Was there?
She was like, for a while, it was Tara Reid was the mess, and then it turned into Lindsay Lohan was the mess. And then
we're all a mess, dude.
And then the press stopped being so rude to people because that's what the press are. They're super rude, man. Yeah, I hear they're ruder in the UK. In the UK, I hear they're super rude. Like
you're super rude.
I'm not rude, dude. I'm a polite person. I think.
You touched my butt once
because you asked me to, and that's not rude. That's considerate. So, is that it? Is that all we got?
That's it, man. That was Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do News, where we talk about news. Chris drinks drinkily while he gets blanked eyes, and then he tries to touch me and my no-nos through the screen.
Sorry, I had to do that. But
I just got offered some audio book work.
Oh yeah, fucking do it, dude. How much are they paying you? I think I paying you, right?
No, it doesn't tell me. I gotta go look at the information. Anyway.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. You mentioned that people are contacting you about your dulcet voice you got going on, pal.
I got a sexy voice. Everybody knows it. Do you know it? I know it.
Are you ready to talk about
each other know it?
A movie that's super sexy because it's got nominated for 6 Oscars.
Minari.
Yeah, nominated for Best Motion Picture of the Year, Best Performance by a Leading Role by Stephen Yeun, Best Director by Lee Isaac Chung, Best Original Screenplay by Lee Isaac Chung, and Best Original Score by Emil Mosseri, directed by Lee Isaac Chung, written by Lee Isaac Chung. And why don't you read the storyline?
Good, because I need to know what the story is about. All right. Yearn to own a small patch of land and be more than a chicken sexer. The ambitious paterfamilies.
Ambitious paterfamilias. Oh my god. Paterfamilias?
Okay, you told me to read the fucking storyline. All right.
Yeah, I know, dude. I should have told you.
I've never looked at this. It takes me, I have to read it first before I announce it. But you're like, no, just go for the big long paragraph with a bunch of words in it. You're gonna have no fun with.
And paterfamilias. All right. Which means father family. Just say father. How about that? Take out paterfamilias and replace it with father.
Ambitious paterfamilias Jacob Yai relocates his Korean American family, special wife Monica, and their children David and Anne from California to 1980s rural Arkansas to start afresh and capture the elusive American dream. However, new beginnings are always challenging, and to find out what is the best for the family, let alone start a 50-acre farm to grow and sell Korean fruits and vegetables, is easier said than done. But amid sincere promises, culture unease, fleeting hopes, and the ever-present theft of financial disaster, Jacob is convinced that he has found their own slice of Eden in the rich, dark soil of Arkansas. Can Grandma Sanjon's humble but resilient
Minari.
Yeah, help
what's
the
the name
young
of the fucking
family
movie?
figure out of the place in the world.
Okay,
Hey man, it happens. All of us,
Here's the thing: this storyline's fucking stupid because they put a word in there that's not a word. Was paterfamilias. Like, why would they just not say the ambitious father? Why would they put that in? Okay, anyway,
I don't know. I've never heard of the word paterfamilias. What is
this
that
star
from?
is who, man? Who's the star?
The male head of a family or household. I guess that's there. And they have it wrong too. It's supposed to be separated. Whatever.
Okay. Let's see. This is start Stephen Yoon.
How do I feel? I feel like taking my clothes off. I feel like causing extraordinary amounts of property damage. I feel like I want to scream, want to fuck. I feel like twisting limbs and breaking bones. I feel great, Mark.
That's such a good clip you pulled for that one.
Yeah, right. I went through all the Walking Dead. I'm not gonna lie. I went through like probably about 30 minutes of Walking Dead clips, and thinking that was gonna be the one where I got the clip. And then I even went at Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was in that as well.
Yeah.
And then that one popped up, and I was like, what is this? Oh, fuck yeah. That's the one.
Also stars Yuri Han as Monica, Noel Cho as Anne, Daryl Cox as Mr. Harlan. I'm trying to find who played Sunja. Oh, Yu Jung Young. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And then we got Will Patton who plays Paul. Honestly, I love Paul, but here we go.
Don't be an idiot. Do you realize the magnitude of the scandal? The Secretary of Defense and a Soviet agent sharing the favors of a murdered whore? David might even be a suspect in the killing.
Yeah, so let's talk about this movie from the start. So first off, this was nominated for Best Picture. I'm confused why it wasn't nominated for Best Cinematography.
I don't know.
It was shot beautifully. I will say that. It was a beautifully shot movie.
It is beautifully shot movie.
I'm not sure it's best picture material.
No, and this is what's the best way to say this? I don't want to say.
I think this movie is sort of critic proof. Critic proof, I think, is the best way to put this movie.
You think it's critic proof? Because I'm ready to rip it a new asshole.
No, that's what I'm saying. Critic proof isn't. Critics feel bad talking shit on it.
Oh, I don't feel shit. I don't feel bad about talking shit on anything.
Though. You're not a critic, though.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm just the guy that does a movie podcast with 163 episodes based on reviewing movies. At this point, I think I can be called a critic.
That means I'm a critic too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you become what you hate. It's okay.
Stephen Yoon is great in this, right? He's great in everything. He's fucking a great actor, right? Oh, no.
All right. This is my problem with it. All right. I don't think it's some. What's the best way to say this? I don't think we were giving like that in depth of a story to show how good of an actor he is.
Oh, you think he could be a good actor? So you're thinking that I
think there could have been more emotional scenes instead of leaving a lot of stuff to just like open air. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I tell you what I did appreciate about this is about the sort of the culture that's because both the movies we watched today chock full of culture. They're supposed to teach us about
definitely.
They're supposed to teach about cultures that we weren't familiar with. Just sort of very worldly things.
No,
I
no, no, no.
didn't.
I'm really. I know a lot about culture in Arkansas.
Yeah,
It's only
yeah.
right. It's right over there. It's right that way. It's right over
It's
there.
down. It's down that.
Yeah.
Down there for me. I spent a week there, so
I was just there last year for a wedding.
I was there for like a long weekend. Remember when we hiked the Mount?
Yeah,
Mount
yeah. But anyway, so
Magazine?
this is the
Yeah.
thing. This is the thing with this movie. I liked it, but I just felt like it was going a little slow, and that it wasn't building character definement the way I thought it should.
So this is a movie that's not really about there's no plot really. It's
Yeah,
more of
I really don't feel like I feel like this is like Nomad Land, where it's kind of like, okay, some shit happened, I guess. But this one, the thing is, the difference between Nomad Land and this one was like stuff actually started finally building up. Like they started finally having a build up until the end. And then they're just like, hey, here's the end. Fuck you, you're not gonna know what happens next.
Okay, so I'm gonna disagree. I did like this movie. I want to put that out up front.
Yeah, and I did like this movie too. It's just like there's just something. All right, I'm trying to figure out what it is, because I paid attention to this movie hardcore, because you have to. It's subtitles, so you have to read the whole movie.
I'm glad that you didn't like try to find the dub version. I'm really glad.
No, oh my
I'm
God,
proud of
fuck
you.
that.
I'm proud of you.
No, fuck that. And so you have to pay attention to the story, because you have to read it and get to know it and be, just like a novel.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like there's a lot of information left on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of information that I still needed some information.
I feel like this movie was filmed. I don't think there was a lot of. I think the direction was like, just do this. Like, sort of like, it's not.
Hey, you two have to fight. Go fight.
Yeah, and that's what
right?
like the script was there. I understand Lee Isaac Chung's direction style, and I appreciated it. But to me, this wasn't best picture material. It's a good movie, but but I don't think.
And by any means, I am not at all dissing anybody's acting in this movie.
Oh,
they all played well off of each other.
Soonja was great. The kids were great.
Grandma fucking knocked it out of the park. She deserved the award, the Emmy.
Yeah, but
she knocked it out of the fucking park.
I loved Will Patton's character. Will Patton's character was just
Will Patton's character Paul was great in this movie. Crazy Christian dude. That's
but also super nice. Like, don't take that kimchi away from. Don't take that kimchi too far away from me. But,
I like that kimchi. Kimchi's
I
good.
like kimchi. You like kimchi, man?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know I do.
Yeah.
Remember that one time I ate it off your belly button?
I do remember that. But also, there's this place down the street that does a hot pot. Korean place does a hot pot, but then they opened since the pandemic. So I hope they're still there when I try to go back up there.
Yeah, I understand.
In a couple months.
But yeah, so there is a lot of good things to this movie. I just think there's some parts where it kind of, I don't know, it could have gave me a little bit more. Like I wanted more. Okay. Maybe that's the good thing about this movie. Maybe wanting me to want more is the good part of this movie.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I want to know how he got the house. Like why Arkansas? I mean, I guess he kind of gives a little answer, but I can understand his wife's frustration in the movie with him.
Yeah,
because of the lack of answers I got as a movie viewer watching the fucking movie.
I feel like this movie was made with love. I really do. I do feel like that, and that's what I got from it. It's
I mean, the guy wrote a movie and book about his life as based off of his life. Yeah, it did. It was made with love. The actors and actresses all played off of each other really well. Grandma in the place, mom, the mom and dad are Steven and Irian or Monica and Jacob. Those two characters went off each other very well. David and Anne, the two kids, played really well off each other. At one point, I thought Anne was possessed by the devil.
I actually really appreciated the quietness of this movie, the sparseness. Like, sometimes you'll make a meal and it's just one thing. It's that one thing done really well. I get that with this movie.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was really, really done well. I mean, I'm sure you'll be surprised at what my rating is, even though I'm trying to. I'm not giving it. I'm not talking super bad about it. I'm just saying I wanted more information. I didn't want the movie.
I think you want a bit more exposition about like how much the land costs, sort of that sort of thing. Like, and also I wanted more information on that water diviner. Those at the very game. Like, how the fuck do you do that? Because I want
the water stick.
Yeah, that's bullshit. By the way, it's pseudoscience. It's not real. But that dude knew where that water jar was.
It works.
Are you for real? Okay.
For real, dude. Amish people do it too.
Oh, they use the water diviner.
Yeah.
It's also seeing this family try to stay together was really poignant. I gotta look at the culture I'm not really familiar with. I'm not familiar with Korean culture. The closest thing I'm familiar with Korean culture is Korean food. And Korean food's great. But
I know some Asian culture, and that's only because I used to live with a Japanese lady. And
me and Lee spent 2 weeks in Japan. We spent 2 weeks in Thailand.
Yeah, I lived with a Japanese woman, and her family came over to visit several times.
Yeah,
because we lived in this house that was like 3 levels, and I lived in the basement, because I'm the freaky guy that lives in the basement of places.
You're like, this creep lives in the basement.
Or the weird
Neil listening to 9 Inch Nails and Corn in the basement, and you come up in your shorts.
He's listening to Pink Floyd and the Doors, and up there like. Or when I lived above the movie theater and jamming out to my, Elmer and Palmer CDs,
He comes up in his camo shorts and a white beater to get a drink from the fridge, and there are these Japanese people in the room like, "Hi." That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm.
I just want you to know 100%. I do own a wife beater now, but that's because I got it at like some cheap sale or something like that. But I don't think I owned a wife beater at that point in time. I think I only owned wife beaters when I was like 160.
Okay, pounds. What shirt were you wearing when you went to the fridge to get something to drink?
Oh hell, I don't remember. That was such a long time ago. And I knew they were coming. So, and I had my own mini fridge downstairs, so I didn't really.
You didn't want to bother people, yeah?
I don't bother. They asked me to come up and talk to them. We hung out a couple of times. Their family was there.
I picture.
I think they were more afraid of me telling them that their daughter was a stripper.
Whoa, she was.
Yeah, and I was the DJ. I was the manager of the strip club.
Oh, so she was okay. Why do I get the feeling that you wore a 9 Inch Nails shirt really well?
I love 9 Inch Nails shirts,
man.
I haven't had one in a long time. I don't have any music shirts anymore.
Order one, man. Go online.
I need some music shirts. I used to have like all kinds of music shirts. But anyway, let's talk about the movie. Let's finish up the movie.
Minari.
We can talk about stuff after that.
It's beautifully shot. It's an interesting story. I would recommend watching it 100%. It's worth the money you're going to spend on it. Go see it in theaters if you can, on the big screen. It was really good. As you know, is a great director. This movie was poignant. It was heartfelt. It made you feel good. It also made you cry a little bit. And so
touching your no-nos.
Conquer Cowboy made me cry a bit too.
Did it have a happy ending?
I don't know. But why don't you go ahead and read the quotes? Good luck, man. By the way, good luck, man, on this one. This movie is mostly in Korean, guys. Mostly in Korean.
Well, you don't know. You don't think I can write down English subtitles?
Okay, yeah, right. But, for people who don't like subtitles, fuck you for one. This movie needs to be watched with subtitles. But it's a great movie, and I'd recommend it. All
right.
Go ahead.
Here's the quotes from the movie. Daddy's going to make it a big, big garden. That's where male chicks are. Never mind. I wrote down words I couldn't see. And I watched it in the dark and,
Yeah, sure.
light. It's only a tornado watch. We were worried over nothing. Never pay for anything you can get for free. All right. Can I pray for you? Why? Because the house is on wheels? That's fun.
Yeah, that's right. That.
In the name of Jesus, get away from me.
That's a good one, dude. That's a good. That's
What
a
is
good.
that?
That's a preacher,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. That was Paul.
Well, oh, that's Paul. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. What's that? It's water. Water from the mountains.
Yeah.
Do you even know what Minari is? Do you know what Minari is?
It's a herb, right? It's something like that.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's kind of like a parsley.
Okay.
See, you're fast enough for Arkansas. Penis is broken. Penis is broken. Penis is broken. Penis is broken. Grandma, you are not a real grandma. Who cares what a little boy wears? Minari is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You don't have to see heaven. Even if I fail, I have to finish what I started. And those are some good lines I got from the movie.
Yeah,
I didn't want to miss too much because they have to read, so I don't want to write. Miss
so
what I'm reading.
this movie is all the acting is fantastic. What's your score actually? You want to score first? My turn to. My score. I'm giving this a 4.1.
4.1.
Yeah, I like this movie quite a bit. It's not to me. It's one of the better movies this year. So it's something I don't see a whole lot of. So I was engaged. It's the idea. It was shot really beautifully. I don't see Stephen Yeun being a father, and he pulled it off great. You know, was Glenn.
Yeah,
right?
he's an asshole father too. I kind of wanted to hit him a few times in the movie.
Yeah, I honestly like to me, I would never treat my wife that way. If I felt like my wife wasn't happy, I'd do anything I can to keep her. Even if
but we're different people, man. Let's just be honest.
You're right.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for your score.
4.0.
Oh, 4. Okay, so this is exactly the same score you gave Cowboy, right?
No, I gave that a 3.9.
Okay.
I thought this one was better. In retrospect, I do think I have a problem with the ending, and without going in depth with it, without ruining it,
Yeah.
I can't really do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I think this movie had the ending it had because they wanted it to do it that way to get what the feelings they got from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a way to make this, happier, better. I'm not saying better. I'm just saying a different reaction than what the ending gives you. And I think,
do you feel like it's a little too? You feel like you could use more exposition at the ending? Do you think the ending?
Yes, I feel like it was The Sopranos where they finish it halfway through the fucking sentence.
So I understand why they did that, and I knew this point.
No, I understand why. I understand the fucking why. I get that. I've seen enough of these fucking movies now, but I get it. I'm just not happy with it because I wanted to see something else, but I get it. I understand it. I understand the movie as a whole. I'm not saying I'm like, oh, okay, they did that. No, I'm just saying I would have liked it better if they did that.
If they're like, oh, the farm succeeds or something like that.
Yeah, they just, you can't say stuff like that. It's kind of a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler at all, man.
Your face is a Minari.
Come on, dude. So we are on Rotten Tomatoes. What are the audience scoring this movie?
I mean, with everything it's getting, it has to be at least an 85.
Oh, you're close to 89. So
89.
Audience says, prepare for an ambiguous ending, but along the way there's a beautifully timed blend. I'll start over. Prepare for an ambiguous ending, but along the way there's a beautifully filmed blend of... Come on, dude. I'm gonna start over. Do not interrupt me.
I know. I love you.
Audience says, Prepare for an ambiguous ending, but along the way, this beautifully filmed blend of comedy and drama brought to life by a wonderful cast playing well-written characters. Okay, now what is the critic score on this?
93.
98%.
Nice.
Critic consensus is led by wrestling performances from Steven Yeun and Yuri Han. Minari offers an intimate and heart-wrenching portrait of a family and assimilation in 1980s America. So yeah, like you said, this is a culture we don't see enough of often, and I feel like with what's happening in their country right now, this is a movie that's I think kind of important to see. You know, especially now. So I give it 4.1. You give it a 4, and that's Minari. You guys can watch it on where streaming is. You pay the money, it's worth it. Whatever. So that's Minari. We saw 2 good movies this week, man. For this,
Yeah, they were really great movies. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're as good as last week's movies.
I think they're better.
I mean,
what do you mean? You liked more than this?
No,
You didn't know I had it ready, did you? You didn't know I had it ready.
I did not know you had Godzilla in the wings. Oh, I was gonna send you some wrestling things to throw down because of all the wrestling stuff I'm watching this week. And I went to my Facebook just now at the end, and like there's people that I just met that live here in Tulsa that I think are going to be my wrestling friends in the future. Hopefully, I'm not going to scare them off. I'm going to come very gently.
You guys don't want me to edit your podcast?
He hosts Lucha Libre Wrestling downtown Tulsa, and she writes for Inside the Ropes Wrestling podcast.
Oh, okay.
And webpage. Like they're Inside the Ropes is like it's like one of the non-WWE AEW things is in the top 3 of independent wrestling interview people and places and stuff like that. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can, mosey up to them. Hopefully we can be fun friends. Hopefully I don't scare them away. I scare a lot of people away.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
You know why?
Why? Oh, because your belt.
Because I'm the champ, motherfucker. Look at this. I got the gold. I got it right here. Come after me, man. This week at WrestleMania, man. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan and Edge. And I'm going to be right there to take it away from them. I'm the champion, not them. What? Did you go mute? I can't hear you. What happened? Are you there? I just lost Chris. What the heck? We're ending the podcast and I lost Chris. It's because I talked about wrestling. It happens all the time. Never talk about pro wrestling. I should just talk about Minari more. Maybe he'd have loved me more. I don't know. I lost Chris. Chris, where are you, Chris? Oh my gosh, I have nothing to talk about right now. Let's see. Once in a blue moon, I was walking through a medley field, going, why? Why must I be the man that I am today? Why? Oh, there he is. Let's see if we can hear him now. Can you hear me now? I can't hear you. What the heck, man? I didn't mute you. I can't hear you. I don't know what happened. I feel lonely and sad. Hi, one viewer. It's just me and you. Chris messed up somehow. I can't hear him. He can't hear me. There you are. There you are. What happened?
I don't know. But okay, so starting now. We'll start already. We have someone. Okay, my brother's watching. Okay, so listen. What are we doing next week?
They couldn't hear you either. some
Gotcha.
Irgothic Rivafitin. Do you know Irgothican Griffitin?
Ergoth Grifton is my brother.
Irgothic
Ergoth Grifton.
Griffitin?
Dude, you play
Griffitin?
you play Fate with him every fucking almost every fucking
No,
Friday.
I know exactly who it is.
Okay,
I'm not dumb.
So we are watching next week. We're watching The Father, which is Anthony Hopkins' latest film. Yeah,
that's the one that he got all the nominations for.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we're watching Thunder Force with Melissa McCarthy.
Thunder Force. It looks
and
funny,
Octavia
man.
Spencer. I hope it's good, man. I'm hoping.
Yeah. It was between that or City of Lies.
What is City of Lies?
Johnny Depp plays the head detective on the Biggie Smalls and Tupac murder.
Maybe we'll get to that later. Maybe it'll show. But I tell you now, I got 50s in the 10 movies I'm seeing this weekend. So but
that's why I went, because after you said I got to do the Panic Fest, I was like, you know what? Let me get something lighthearted. I thought lighthearted, something dumb, something lighthearted. It might be funny. Hopefully it's funny. If not, then it isn't. And plus, you're throwing the father at me, and the father's about a priest abusing kids, right?
No, it's about dementia.
It's about a priest, right?
No, it's not about a priest.
It's about the father, right?
We'll find out. I'm gonna keep my.
Didn't Anthony Hopkins already play a priest that molested kids?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like something
it had that great actor before he passed away.
You're thinking of
Philip
Seymour Hoffman, but Anthony Hopkins wasn't in that fucking movie. I wish I could remember the name of it. Oh, Doubt. You're thinking of Doubt. And Philip Seymour Hoffman was in that, but Anthony Hopkins was not in that movie.
What about that one with Tom Hanks and Ewan McGregor? Or is it Ewan McGregor who played Obi-Wan?
That's Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor, right?
Yeah.
When Tom Hanks and Ewan McGregor was the priest that molested little boys.
I don't remember that movie, but I believe
Angels and Demons. Dan Brown's Angel and Demons.
Anthony Hopkins was he in that? I don't think he was.
Oh, he's a priest. I mean, I automatically assume.
Okay. You're gonna think. I think. Oh, you're thinking of the two popes when he was fucking. You're thinking of just when he played the Pope in the Two Popes, man. Which is a movie that we actually kind of liked. It's kind of weird that we liked that movie.
You know, more priests doing bad things to kids. Anyway,
okay, Matt's saying that
Exorcist-like movie. Yes, now I remember. I'm trying to. What the hell was the name of it though? I can't remember. I'd have to download it and look at it, but we're ready to wrap up, and we don't want to fuck up anymore.
Yeah. This is a movie podcast where we don't know movies. So this is
what?
This is the movie podcast where we don't know movies.
You don't know no movies. I've seen the movie that he's talking about. I just can't remember the name because I don't know. Maybe my head got brain injured and I lost some memories. Do you remember that?
Brain injury.
I do.
You're brain injured. All right.
You got to make fun of my brain injuries?
No, man.
Was Thor the one where he played a priest?
Thor?
Yeah.
He was the father of Thor. I don't think so. You're good.
Red Dragon?
Red Dragon. He was
Meet Joe Black?
I don't think he was Exorcist. That's not Exorcist like movie.
Bram Stoker's Dracula?
He was great in that, but he was Van Helsing.
He was really good. Is it The Good Father? No, that's too long ago. It was closer to.
Dude, we'll figure it out, all right? And it
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. I'm fucking. I can't figure out shit right now.
Visit us online at movies.don'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook. Facebook.com.
The right. It's the right.
R-I-T. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
R-I-T-E. It was right before Thor when he played Odin's son. Oh, Odin, because Odin's son would be Thor.
Yeah, that's right. This Thor.
Are you right?
In my house today, because of the offender. Visit us online.
I thought you just said because you're a big hammer.
That too. Visit online moviesandsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesandsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. And we are also on Patreon at patreon.com/moviesandsuck. We have a bonfire where you can find shirts. Bonfire.com to search our name, Movies and Suck, and something to do. And we're also on Twitter, Facebook, or Facebook. I mean, we said that we're on YouTube. Search our name in the search bar, and also we're everywhere streaming, fucking everywhere. What else do you have
Everywhere.
first?
We're everywhere. We're everywhere your people can watch us. You're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on your face. We're on iHeartRadio.
What
Go
do we
to
do for small
Bonfire.
businesses, man? What do we do for small businesses?
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. I didn't forget about you guys. I've loved small businesses. Me and Chris are big lovers of small businesses. We will promote the hell out of your small business. You message us. You have a friend that needs a small business promoted. You have a band that needs promoted. You let us know. You send us that information over right now, and we will be more than happy to just put you on the podcast. Yeah, we got dirty mouths, but you know what? We have big hearts. That goes with everything.
Are you good, man?
You're good? I'm good. Let's get out of here. I want to go watch some wrestling. That's a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, every time you go down the street on your horse, remember, you can just beat them all up or just go to a Korean restaurant and order some Minari. Have a good day.
That's it, bud. We did it. And this is the only episode in the last week. So I think Thursday will be a good time for us to do it again. I don't think we'll have an issue doing it next week at the right time.
I need to get off Facebook. Bam.
All right, man. I love you.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because I'm added to like 17 wrestling groups, and everybody is ruining all wrestling right now.
All right, go watch some wrestling, and I'm gonna eat some.
Well,
food.
I gotta go to the parents' houses and eat food, and then
all right, man.
Get my wife nice and drunk so she comes home, passes out, and I can watch the wrestling.
All right, man. I'll talk.